So hi, VSG family, friends, watchers. Um, Today is week one, officially my week one post VSG. I had my VSG surgery on May 17th, 2017. I weighed in when I started this whole journey at 262. The day of surgery I was 240. Um, Today I gotta get a new scale because depending on where I weigh myself, I can go up a pound from one side of the house to the other. So I really don't know. But I think officially about 230 is what I currently weigh 1 week post-op. So that's about almost 10 pounds or within a 10 pound, 9 pound weight loss in a week. Um, so my first video, I really didn't have a lot to um, feedback in regards to pain because I really had much pain. As I mentioned earlier, my um, my surgery went well. There were no complications, thank God. Um, the incisions were healing nicely. There was no gas pain that I felt. The only thing that I did complain about was that the line they put in for the fluid to drain line, um, the way they inserted it, it just hurt when they took it out. It was sweet relief, but um, that's the only pain that I've had that I've still been working with. Today, my back on the same side hurts, but that is given to the fact, I think, that um, on Tuesday, I was feeling really good. Been having a good week, no pain, just kind of moving along, keeping it, slow, not doing a lot of things around the house. So I was feeling good, and I had a luncheon that I had pre-registered for um, months in advance. So I figured, well, I feel good, I look better than when I registered. So I thought I'd go and meet up with these people. And so I got dressed and I went, and my downfall was that I should have worn flats, like flats, or like tennies, and I wore like dress shoes. So I think that was one of the issues. The other problem was that I was on my feet for like 4, if not 5 hours, and it drained me. It just completely drained me, and this is what I look like today. If I can find a picture later on, I'll upload it to show you what I looked like yesterday. By comparison to today, I'm exhausted. I could barely get to my son's school to drop him off, and had another meeting later on today at 3, and that was doable. I went to the meeting, I sat there. As long as I wasn't moving or standing, I've been okay. But the people there were like, "What's wrong with you? We saw you yesterday. You look fine." So, food for thought for those of you that are feeling well, 3, 4, 5 days out, and you're like, "Oh, I can run and get my medication myself, and I can run and do these errands." Don't do it. Stay home. Stay, you know, take your walks for sure. Do that because that's, low impact, but none of this errands type of thing because it's especially the women because we tend to just overdo it to begin with. So I would highly recommend just really staying home as much as possible within that first week. Even if you think you can and you feel like you can, I would still just stay home. The other thing I wanted to share was um, one of my week one post-op, I guess, issues has been insomnia. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the vitamins because I'm taking them later on at night, or my last intake of protein late at night. I don't know what's causing it, but I cannot sleep. It's been 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Um, the earliest I got to bed was 1:30 in the morning. Um, but it's been really hard. And yesterday I cracked and I just started crying and bawling, and my poor husband was trying to console me and help me, and he was really to the point where he didn't know what to do, and I didn't know what to do, and I was crying, and um, so I'm wondering if some of it is coming from not regret necessarily, not the regret where you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done this, but more like the, oh my God, I actually did this. It's it's real. It's happening. I'm getting through it. I got through it. You know, I got through surgery. I'm here a week later and I'm still doing okay. I don't know. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's coming to terms with the fact of my new reality. Um, but it's been hard. So if there's anybody out there that, you know, in these first couple of days, you've had this experience, yeah, it'd be helpful to know if it's just a byproduct of the surgery or if it's maybe just my mental state in regards to having this surgery. But if you are somebody who's been through this surgery before, I appreciate your feedback. And if you're new to getting the surgery, know that you're not the only one if you can't sleep at night that's going through it. Hopefully this will subside and we'll see next week or week 2 post-op how I'm doing, but for now that's been I think the hardest thing to get through. Drinking liquids and the whole popsicle thing that I keep hearing on other people's posts or videos when I was doing my research, I haven't had that problem where like I can't drink water or I can't drink the Powerades or the not the Powerades, what are they called? The protein clear drinks. I haven't had any of those issues, thankfully. So I've been able just to process water and drink my protein drinks and did the clear thing fine. So I don't know. I'm very blessed and I'm very happy and appreciative that things are going this way. Um, the only thing is, I think I'm starting to miss texture, like chew texture kind of things. So I'm gonna talk to my nutritionist about that next week and see what he says in regards to that. I think part of it is also that it's the summer and it's in Los Angeles. The weather's really nice, so we do not want more barbecuing. And I noticed that smell again seems to be a trigger for little reality checks here and there. It's not the look. Like there can be food on the table and that's not a problem. Like it's not like, oh, I want to have that. It's the smell of it that's like, and because I'm so tired, um, especially today, that has been an interesting experience. Um, on that note, in regards to barbecuing, if you're thinking of doing this surgery, for somebody who's doing their research, do it in January. January, February, Marchish, I think would be the latest I would recommend. Excuse me. If you're in Los Angeles, other parts of the country, I'm sure there's different factors involved. But for the reason I would recommend January is the holidays are over, and it's it's cold and it's usually soup type of weather, and it's easier to stay home instead of being out and about, and the kids have a more structured schedule at home. That's the other thing. My site is mom of three, and having 3 kids, that's the other piece of the puzzle. Definitely you need to have somebody at home with you, your husband preferably if he's supportive, um, aunt, sister, somebody needs to really be home because I cannot keep up with them. like an 8-year-old, soon to be 6-year-old next month, and a 3-year-old that'll be 4 in October. So they're boys and they're running around and they're jumping and they want to do everything, and and sometimes I just don't have the energy because of lack of calories basically, and the recovery part of it. So I do recommend that first week you really do need somebody at home to help you. I mean, I haven't done laundry or anything else because my husband's helped out. So, I was a little, I guess I'm grateful for also the administrative staff. The lady recommended, at least 3 weeks of FMLA for my husband. And now I understand why. Because it's not just your physical well-being in regards to the recovery and the hurting part of it, but it's also giving you time to not have to, mom, can I get, mom, I'm hungry, mom, where's the this, and mom, where's the that, and mom. So those of you that are moms, you know what that's like, and even if you're sick, you're gonna be like, all right, here I go. And that's why you need somebody at home to help with all the mom stuff and address all the mom questions. Sometimes even basic homework, you need somebody to help with that because you're just not in the mindset of like, okay, let me figure out this brand new method of doing math where, in the old days it was, 4 plus 4 was 8, but now it's like, no, you have to do it like this: 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. I've spoken with my son's teacher at school, and I'm like, what happened to basic, regular old math where you can just add the numbers? Um, so the state standards in California are just, I mean, that's a whole other subject matter. But again, if you're a mom, you understand that it's just, you don't have the energy after the surgery to be even thinking of how to do that, or managing who's picking up or dropping off, or taking in a T-ball, or taking the other one to music class. And so that would just be my recommendation. That one, it's earlier in the year if you can, and two, that you do have somebody at home. That's what I've learned from this week, that it's really valuable that you do have somebody at home and stay home. That's it. Because then you're going to be like me, where I ended up taking a 4-hour nap today because one, I was exhausted, and two, I didn't get much sleep. So we'll see if the nap helped or made things worse. It's about 11:12 right now in LA, and I'm still awake, but I'm tired, so at least I'm hoping I'll go to sleep. Well, that's it just for now. Week 1 is over, yay, and I hope your week 1 is going well as well. But if you have any comments or any suggestions on sleeping, let me know. Appreciate your thumbs up or likes if you can. And I think I have so new to this, so I'm figuring it out. But I'll keep you guys posted. Good night.